Hey everyone, it's your professional sarcastic man and seeker of attention, Oz Chris, here with a review of Doctor Stone Volume 1. So I picked this up from a recommendation from on Twitter. I just asked everyone, hey, is there any manga that you would recommend? If I have the money, I'll pick it up. If it's at the comic book store that I go to, I'll definitely pick it up. And if I have the money, like I said, or use book depository. Book deposit. If you know, definitely, I definitely recommend using book depository. A lot of the manga I've been buying, especially like One Piece and Naruto, all that, definitely use book depository. As unfortunately the comic book store I go to, they no longer have a lot of those. And the book depository, it's slightly cheaper and it's free shipping. You just only have to wait like roughly around less than 2 weeks, a week to 2 weeks, and it's it it doesn't really matter. I got heaps of stuff to read anyway to pass the time. But anyway, thank you to DC Nation Black Monitor for recommending this, and I'm going to recommend this as well. Doctor Stone is it's an interesting series, interesting start to the series. So the basic premise of Doctor Stone is that one day a blinding flash of light petrifies everyone, turns them all into stone, but it doesn't kill them. It just coats them in stone, traps them there, and as the back of the book describes, millennia, for almost a millennia, uh everyone is just left to their thoughts. Somehow, being trapped in stone, they are alive, and then suddenly one of them, high schooler named Taiju, is freed, and he discovers that his scientific friend Senkuu is also freed, who's been freed for long. He's been freed for a few months now, and the two decide they need to help restart civilization with the power of science. Science fixes everything. They're going to science the way out of this, and it's I definitely enjoyed it. I didn't really know what to expect from this series, and I definitely want more. I definitely want to pick up the second volume, and I really would recommend this series. And for the art, for some reason, with like the art style, it really reminds me of like kind of the oldish art style that you'd see with like a few of like the older shonen manga. Can't think of one off the top of my head, but it does slightly remind me of the older art style, especially in this early part. But then when it goes forward, forward in time, to everyone, to the couple, the Senkuu and Taiju being free and trying to live their lives to help restart society and all that. It's like the seems like the art style slightly updates to accommodate for the fast forward in time as much. Is at least that's how I saw it. So, but definitely, it's like the characters are definitely Taiju is he's the he's described as the bronze. He's the bronze of the duo, while Senku is he's the brain. He's the obvious brains. Without Senku, they probably would not. They would definitely not survive. As Senku likes to use percentages to determine an outcome. So like at the start of this, he gives like a certain percentage to if like Taiju will express his feelings to the girl that he has a crush on. And scientific guy. You have to, in a way, you have to show like he's how do we show that he's smart? Oh, he knows lots of things. He knows lots of things, and he talks a lot in percentages of like we have like a 50% chance this will happen. There's a 10 billion% chance that he will die if he gets hit by this. So definitely interesting. Senku and Taiju are definitely interesting characters. Then there's the third character, Tsukasa, who he's introduced as the fighter of the group, and initially he's with them, but as the story progresses, He's not all what he seems to be, and he ends up being a antagonist of sorts to the characters. Uh, I think I knew it straight away from like how Tsukasa is designed, how he's drawn, like 100%. You know, that just screams villain, doesn't it? Like as soon as I saw this, it's just like, yep, he's going to be the bad guy of this story. I feel like, yep, he's definitely going to be the bad guy of this story. Uh, but it didn't really ruin anything just from speculating. But 100%, definitely pick up this series. It is a fun, it is an interesting series, 100%. And like I said, thank you to DC Nation Black Monitor for recommending it to me, and in turn I'm going to recommend it to everyone else. So that's it for this video. If you liked it, please leave a like. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Leave a comment if you've read this series before. What are your thoughts on it? Check out my previous videos if they tickled your fancy, and check out my Twitter if you want to see me hardly do anything on it. But that's it for the video. I will see all of you next time.